Manitoba Start is an organization that teaches newcomers how to find their first jobs in Winnipeg. It helps them in all other related aspects too. This is Zuhair. Welcome to Civic Platform.
Hi Zuhair, it's nice to have you here at Manitoba Start to give you a little bit of information about Manitoba Start for your organization, the Youth Civic Platform. My name is Medina and I will be happy to give you a bit more details about our organization, what we do, and how we assist newcomers in settling in Winnipeg. Currently, I'm a manager of career services here at Manitoba Start. I've been here for about 9 years. When I joined the organization, I joined as a career coach, and throughout the years, I've sort of gained more responsibilities, moved into the supervisory role, and like I said, for the past 3 years I've been managing specifically the career services department. I'm also a newcomer myself. I immigrated from Bosnia in the 90s following the conflict, and I've been in Winnipeg for about 17 years now. I have a background in social work. I'm also a registered social worker, so I have enormous passion to work with newcomers, with clients, and to hear their stories, hear their journeys. It's really rewarding job. So Manitoba Start serves as a central intake for all newcomers that arrive to Winnipeg. We are a central registration and needs assessment agency. So what that means is that we refer all newcomers to their to the partnering organizations that can address their settlement needs. In addition to that initial orientation and registration, Manitoba Start's main focus is to connect internationally trained professionals with the Winnipeg labor market. So with the Career Services Department, we have trained and certified career coaches that meet with clients to plan their work search, build their resumes, create an action plan that is reasonable and achievable, and that can eventually lead them to a job that will not only pay the bills, but also be meaningful to their long-term career journey. In addition to that, we have a job matching unit. The job matching unit specifically works with employers and connects, again, our clients with those employer partners for the additional support in finding a job. So the relationship between the employers and Manitoba Start can happen in few different ways. Often, many employers have heard about Manitoba Start and they know the type of business we're in, and they will reach out to us directly asking if we have potential candidates that we can send to them for any of their job fill requirements. So in that sense, we are basically fulfilling their hiring needs. Another way that our relationship works with the employers is the job developers will reach out to various employers, different sectors, different industries, to promote Manitoba Start and promote the talent that we have in Manitoba Start. So they will almost advocate for our clients and the experience that they bring and how the employer can benefit from hiring them. So when we work with employers, we do have different events that we put on where we invite employers to either tell us more information about their company and what type of jobs they have within that company, and what kind of requirements they have in order to apply for their jobs. Those are called information sessions or labor market connections. Currently, they are offered virtually through webinars. In addition to that, we also have employer cafes or hiring events. And hiring events essentially are, again, an event where we bring an employer who is specifically looking to hire for their company. So they are advertising job openings within the company, and all the candidates that are attending the session have some prior either work experience or education that fits within that company. We usually screen participants before they're joining such events, just to make sure that the employer is meeting with the most suitable candidates that they could potentially hire.
Hi everyone, my name is Ahmed and I'm the supervisor at the job matching unit. So what we do at the job matching unit is that we connect clients with employers. So the clients that come to Manitoba Start, they get their resumes developed, they get their interview skills developed, and then they are job ready. They're ready to be connected to a Canadian employer. So that's when they attend the job matching unit. And we have connections with employers. We refer those clients to those employers based on their background, their educational and professional background, hoping that they would be able to secure quality employment in Manitoba. So the biggest challenge that our newcomers face is that they don't have Canadian experience. Most of Canadian employers are looking for Canadian experience. So when you are a newcomer, you want to start working, and they ask you for Canadian experience. Well, how can you get this Canadian experience without actually finding someone who's able to hire you in Canada? So what we do here is that we have a couple of programs. We have a program that I'm mostly working with called the Work Experience Program, where we connect our youth clients with Canadian employers for the duration of 8 weeks. In those 8 weeks, the clients work. You can call it a practicum, but it's not really a practicum. It is called work experience. So they get to work with those employers for the duration of 8 weeks. And then after the 8 weeks are over, if they like their placement, if the employer is satisfied with their performance, then they can transition into regular permanent employment with that employer.
We offer various different workshops and programs here at Manitoba Start. Like I said before, most of our programs are tailored for employability skills training. So that means that all the sessions that we deliver are designed for newcomers to learn about the skills required to look for the job on their own. We live sort of by a motto which goes, teach a man to fish and he'll come back, give a man a fish and he'll come back tomorrow. Teach a man to fish and he's set for life, or they. So those are the things that we like to encourage our clients, is to develop these skills so they can be self-sufficient. So the workshops that we offer and that we've always offered, our main one is career development workshop. This workshop is 5 days in length, and it covers things like career planning, work search, and resume development. So this is sort of our basic main workshop that each client that registers for our services goes through, depending on their availability, of course. In addition to the main workshop, we also offer, I call them mini self-directed courses. One of them is a cover letter course. So this course is offered on an e-learning platform. So it's a self-directed online learning course where client will receive an invite and a link to join the course. And they will, again, learn how to create cover letters, how to target cover letter in addition to their resume, and use that to apply for jobs. Another also self-study course is interview preparation. So again, the clients have a chance to learn about different types of interviews, They practice how to answer different interview questions. And there's also various videos and resources that they can also watch on different interview techniques and using the STAR methods to answer like behavioral based questions. More recently, with the increase of international students and sort of a directive by the province, we have implemented a new workshop for international students. So this workshop is also 5 days in length, and it covers things like resume development, work search, cover letters, career planning, networking for internationally trained professionals, but also international students, and LinkedIn. So how to use social platform like LinkedIn to search for jobs and connect with employers in Winnipeg. Since the pandemic started, we've moved all our workshops and sessions online. So now that we're back in the office, we like to maintain our virtual presence, because a lot of these sessions are still easier to access by our clients. So we have now what we call a virtual Friday sessions, and what we try to do is really focus on how to promote the technology use and networking for our clients. So some of the virtual Friday sessions that we hold include how to use LinkedIn for your work search, which we find to be very important in the most recent times when all the jobs primarily are advertised either online or through a network of professionals. So we encourage our clients, and during this session as well, they are taught how to create their own LinkedIn profile, what kind of information they should include in their profile, how to improve their profile, how to sort of stand out, but also continue being active online and connect with newcomers. Because what we find is a lot of newcomers, they lack that connection that they might have had in their home country, that professional connection. So for them to connect with employers might be a bit challenging. So we talk a lot about being very professional and approaching employers or professionals in a very professional way. How do you start that connection? How do you start a conversation? It's more than just simply sending them a general invite. It's more of creating your elevator pitch, to spark that interest with the employer, so they actually take some time and maybe review your profile, take a look at your resume, and then kind of go from there. Last but not the least, we do offer every Friday a interview preparation course. So as I said before, our online self-study interview prep course is sort of like a prerequisite to the in-person session. So once the clients go through the self-study portion, they would register with a career coach to actually practice what they've learned. So every Friday afternoon, we have interview prep sessions where the clients will actually go through a mock interview and sort of have a chance to practice answering interview questions.
Hi, my name's Chris Brown. At Manitoba Start, I'm one of the job developers. So my role at Manitoba Start is to take the clients, once they've gone through all of the career services, found resumes, done cover letters, done some interview prep, and then I work with the employers to try to find a direct match for those people. A match that really reflects what they did in their home country. A lot of immigrants arrive and they need certification for their credentials. So they might be an engineer. So they would need to have a Canadian engineering certificate to work in that field. So we encourage them to work towards that. However, they might need something in the meantime to feed their families and to survive in the country. So we look for jobs that are related to their eventual end goal.
My clients would often ask me, so teacher, how long would it take me to find a job in Winnipeg? And what I usually tell them is it depends. And it depends on a lot of factors. Not everyone's work search will be the same. So there's the internal factors that the client would have, which is their background, education background, work experience, the skills that they have to bring to the Manitoba labor market. And then there are the external factors, such as is the job that the client is looking for in demand in Winnipeg. Based on Manitoba Start data, majority, again, everyone's situation is unique, but majority of clients can find employment between 6 to 8 weeks. At least that's kind of what we've seen. Language, job readiness, availability, like I said, those are some of the factors that can also influence one's ability to find a job quickly. And then there are many different challenges that we know that clients face on a daily basis. Manitoba is very rich and diverse in terms of the type of economy and the industry that we have and that we can offer. And especially now with post-pandemic, I want to say post-pandemic, that we're kind of getting out of that critical state, is that there are a lot of jobs out there. Employers are reaching out to us almost on a daily basis, trying to fill those positions.
Hello, my name is Sonia Hintz and I am the Career Services Supervisor here at Manitoba Start. My main role here is to support and guide the career coaches in ensuring that they are delivering quality career development workshops to our newcomer clients. We ensure that our workshops cover all aspects of career development, which this includes career planning, work search, resume development. In addition, we deliver various sessions that are focused on interview skills, LinkedIn for job searching and networking, applicant tracking systems. So in total, we try to provide and enrich clients with all the resources and information so they have the tools and knowledge to be able to have a successful work search. As a supervisor for career services, one of my main roles is to support and guide the career coaches here at Manitoba Start to deliver specific programming in career development, providing resources and support so they can empower newcomers who are looking to obtain employment in Manitoba.
Something that a lot of newcomers are faced with is deciding whether to take that survival job or focus on finding a job that's more in line with what they've done in the past. Career coaches here at Manitoba Start, they really try to encourage the client to try to find a job that aligns with their previous work experience. And why we do that? Finding meaningful employment will result in happy clients and clients that will potentially stay here in Manitoba. Survival jobs or transitional jobs don't often lead to skill building as quickly, let's say, as a job that's more in line with what they used to do. In the workshop, we really try to focus on teaching the clients about Canadian workplace culture, and how to integrate into the Canadian workplace. There are a lot of unwritten rules that, even as a Canadian, you don't know until you start working for that particular company. So now imagine a newcomer or someone who comes, who's new not only to the company but also to the country. There's a lot of, there could be potentially some misunderstandings or misinterpretations about people's behavior, communication styles, even how people address other people. How do you talk to your supervisor or to your manager or to your colleagues? So in the workshops, we, like I said, discuss quite a bit about the Canadian workplace culture and the employer expectations. Again, with the job matching unit that has the connections with the employers, we often get the inside information that we might not have if we didn't have those partnerships. So the employers will usually tell us sort of what some of their requirements are. We often get feedback from employers on our clients and their success once they've been hired with that company.
Hello, my name is Anita Sharma and I'm a career coach at Manitoba Start. I've been working at Manitoba Start for the past 5 months, and I love this place. I love my clients, I love what I do. So what does a career coach at Manitoba Start do? We show the clients the 5 stages of career planning, from self-assessment to doing a career plan. We then also detail them about the market, the job market in Manitoba, and get them started with their resumes. The resumes are targeted towards their specific desirable jobs. As we move forward, we see the process is very fluid and we see amazing results at the end. It is so gratifying to see newcomers in this province, enhancing this province with their talent and skills that they bring. So thank you, Manitoba Start, for hiring me here.
Another thing that we like to inform our clients on is the employment standards. Not only to understand their own role within the company or within their position, we also like to stress the importance of knowing your rights as an employee, so that they know if they need to refuse any unsafe work, but also to understand that there are certain rules in place, and there are rules that protect them as employees. We also like to cover briefly on things like payroll, for example, because some of the things that might be new to our clients is the federal income tax that's being deducted, for example, off of each paycheck. So letting the clients understand that yes, they might get paid by the hour or even as a salary. However, there might be a bit of difference once, let's say, the benefits or the tax or Canadian pension plan, EI, those types of things are deducted from their initial salary pay. So they can also plan to budget. Budgeting is another thing that we like to highlight in our workshops. Again, newcomers might come with some savings, but again, standard of living is quite different in Canada compared to the country that they come from. So again, understanding how their paycheck works and different outputs that they might have to have will help them to kind of budget their money. A lot of newcomers will tell you that if they've ever been to Manitoba Start, they've had an opportunity to meet either with a job developer or with an employer. And that is how they sort of started to build their network here in Winnipeg. So because of the whole COVID pandemic, I often refer to pre-COVID and post-COVID times. So pre-COVID, we were very busy with obviously numerous clients walking through our door, but also with live in-person events such as hiring events, employers coming in for a speed interview sessions, information sessions on different sectors and employers. So all these live events give our clients an opportunity to meet professionals in their field, meet with employers, and again have that opportunity to introduce themselves, talk about what they've done in their home country, and start building their network that way. Now, because of everything and everyone going virtual, we've continued to deliver sessions, and again we wanted to maintain the connections with the employers, even when the hiring wasn't as maybe necessary during COVID. We wanted to make sure that the employers are still aware that they are newcomers who are looking for employment. So we continue to offer webinars that again bring the clients and the employers in the same session, and they have an opportunity to again tell the company who they are, what their background is, and then kind of start building their network that way.
Hi, my name is Marianela Vendano. I am a career coach at Manitoba Start. Before that, I was a teacher and liaison officer. I worked with newcomers most of my professional life. And I came originally from Chile in many years ago, 1978. At Manitoba Start as a career coach, I really love helping my clients reach their potential, especially when we are able to identify what their career goal is. I believe one of the talents that I bring to this kind of job is my ability to identify what really motivates my clients. I can give you one example. Suher, he was my client. I knew that he really wanted to get into the communications journalist profession because that was his expertise. And he had to carve his way into this profession. So I was very lucky to meet him. He's quite a talented person, like many other of my clients. I really pride myself in finding what moves them, what motivates them, and really where they want to go. And so I'm able to point the way so that they can explore the best way to get them to their career goals.
What I would like to add, sort of to wrap up my little interview here is, and again, what I've always told my clients when I was facilitating workshops is to never lose the sight of their dreams and the purpose of why they came to Canada. I've had an opportunity to meet thousands of newcomers, and they all have their own story and their own journey and reasons why they chose Canada of all countries, to settle. It can be challenging, it can be tiring, but I believe in the end, if you're committed and you have the perseverance and you have the patience, things will fall in their place. One thing to again keep in mind, and this goes for all job seekers, not just newcomers, is being flexible and open and adaptable to the needs of the labor market, needs of the employers, because we all have to start somewhere, and having the, like I said, patience and perseverance to start at that transitional job, so that you can work towards your long-term goal. Also, I would encourage everyone to really try to immerse themselves into the Canadian culture. Manitoba is known to be very multicultural, and take time to learn about your neighbors, your people that you're sort of surrounded with. Once you get out of your comfort zone, I think you will really appreciate what Manitoba and Winnipeg has to offer. At the end, I would like to thank Zuhair for allowing me to tell you a little bit about Manitoba Start and what we do. And thank you so much for joining this session.
That was very helpful information. I hope for all job seekers in Winnipeg to find their destined jobs. This is the end of our video. We hope you like it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to see our upcoming episodes.